10 places to avoid in 2021. If you're new to Travel Wish feed, remember to like, subscribe, and turn on your notification bell to make sure you don't miss out on the next beautiful destinations we feature. Traveling is an item that's on most people's bucket list. Today we've rounded up a couple of places that you should stay away from when planning your next trip. Whether it's because of overcrowding, environmental concerns, or due to temporarily closed borders or restrictions which are subject to change, various reasons made these destinations earn a place on this list. So, stick around as we count down the 10 places to avoid in 2021. Number 10. New Zealand. Starting off our list of the 10 places to avoid in 2021, we have New Zealand at number 10. Located in the southwestern Pacific Ocean, New Zealand is an island country home to millions of people of different nationalities and origins. Being a country with a vibrant, rich culture and fantastic location made it one of the most popular travel destinations with people from all around the world visiting the island. However, all of that stopped in March 2020. It took some time for many countries to lay down new rules and restrictions for social distancing. New Zealand was and still is among the few countries that were able to control the situation in under 100 days. Their strict rules and policies made control much easier. One of these rules was to close the country's borders and have a travel ban implemented. At the point of writing, New Zealand's border is currently closed to almost all travelers to help stop the spread. Only a small number of people can travel to New Zealand, such as New Zealand citizens and people with a critical purpose to travel. Number 9. The Florida Keys National Marine Sanctuary, USA. At number 9, we have the Florida Keys National Marine Sanctuary in the USA. Scuba diving is an eye-opening experience that one has to go through at least once in their lives. To move freely hundreds of feet under the water's surface and see the marine life up close completely changes your perspective on life. To have the best scuba diving experience, you have to carefully pick a suitable location that offers exceptional varieties of fish and species of sea life. The Florida Keys National Marine Sanctuary is one of those places that has a high species diversity that doesn't exist anywhere else. Not only is it the barrier coral reef in North America and the third largest coral barrier reef in the world, but it's also home to various species that are on the verge of extinction. Pollution, coral bleaching, climate change, and tourism have played a big part in the destruction of this incredible ecosystem. Although the funds earned from tourism might help with the cost of protecting the precious sea life, tourists add to the sanctuary's destruction. The best solution to this problem is to avoid going to the underwater sanctuary at all, as well as other areas of the Florida Keys to give them a much-needed break to recover. Number 8. Australia. There's no place on this planet like Australia, with a coastline that measures over 36,735 kilometers and 19 UNESCO World Heritage Sites. Australia has it all. The majority of tourists who visit the country have returned to visit multiple times for its many reasons. Whether it's because of its history that can be traced back to at least 65,000 years ago, or its bustling city life, it's definitely an ideal travel destination. Unfortunately, like many of the countries mentioned on our list, everything changed 180 degrees in 2020. Travel restrictions are still strictly in place even during the last quarter of the year. As of October 16, 2020, travelers are allowed from New Zealand, quarantine-free if they have been in New Zealand for 14 days or more and have not been in a designated hotspot, and if they are on a quarantine-free flight. However, travel to high-risk areas such as the US and Europe was said to be unlikely to happen until late 2021. Number 7. Dubrovnik, Croatia. At number 7, we have Dubrovnik in Croatia. As of recent, the picturesque city has become a magnet for tourists from all around the world. What was once a secret and peaceful heaven for travelers became filled with hordes of people thanks to the power of social media and Instagram influencers. Although the money coming from tourists is a great contribution to the country's economy, having so many tourists visit only one city in Croatia and crowding it all year round isn't the best idea. There are so many places in Croatia, such as the island of Vis, to name an example, that are worthy of the same attention that Dubrovnik gets. Number 6. South Africa. Moving on to number 6, we have South Africa. Located on the African continent, South Africa is an all-arounded and incredible country, especially for nature lovers. The country houses so many different wildlife reserves and sanctuaries that it needs at least a couple of months to experience them all. However, South Africa isn't all about safaris and wildlife. It's also home to beautiful sandy beaches and luxurious hotels. From the 1st of October, South Africa has partially reopened to inbound and outbound tourism. Each country is placed in a high, medium, or low-risk category, based on the epidemiological risk. Travelers from medium and low count are allowed to enter and are required to produce polymerase chain reaction test results and the usual visa pass. Leisure travelers from high-risk countries will not be permitted unless they have spent 10 days or more in a low-risk country before departure. If you're enjoying this video, support us by hitting the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell to make sure you don't miss out on the next beautiful destinations we feature. Number 5. The Faroe Islands. Another peaceful destination ravaged by social media. We have the Faroe Islands at number 5. Just a year ago, in 2019, Faroe Island was a peaceful escape that offered its visitors serene tranquility. But with an increasing representation on social media, this Danish territory is facing a problem that has ruined so many great destinations: being overcrowded. It all started in 2016 when the island's tourism board launched a marketing campaign to increase tourism in the island. They didn't expect their campaign to blow up this way, and now the island gets so many visitors that it has to close off for a couple days for maintenance each year. Although they're doing everything within reach to ensure that tourists receive the best experience, they're still faced with overcrowding, which can ruin anyone's vacation. Number 4. Bali, Indonesia. When you think of a perfect destination for a romantic getaway, Bali is probably the first destination that comes to your mind. It's a piece of heaven on earth. From the moment you reach the hotel and smell the burning incense sticks and taste their traditional cuisine, you'll realize that you are indeed in heaven. The famous tropical island, which has been welcoming visitors for hundreds of years, has closed its borders to travelers during the pandemic. Their original plan was to reopen the borders in September 2020. Still, they decided against it after cases started to increase again. At the point of writing, foreign arrivals to Indonesia are banned, except for specific travel reasons under their exemption list. Number 3. Thailand. One of the most popular destinations in Asia, we have Thailand at number 3. It's a destination that's suitable for all types of travelers. Whether it's to relax on its beaches or visit one of its many historic sites and temples, Thailand is a fantastic destination. Like most countries, Thailand was deeply affected by the global pandemic. Starting from October 1st, 2020, the government have signed off a new special tourist visa scheme, allowing non-residents from low or no local transmission to visit freely for the first time since the country's borders closed in March. This scheme is only for long-staying visitors and is presently considered a beta testing phase. Discretionary leisure travel should be exercised at your own risk. Number 2. Kanpur, India. At number 2, we have the city of Kanpur in India. India is known for its rich culture, incredible cuisine, and numerous historical and iconic sites. As for Kanpur, we have everything we previously mentioned. It's also famous for its leather. Being a center of industrial factories and manufacturing hubs has rendered Kanpur one of the world's most populated cities. In 2018, it was ranked by the World Health Organization as one of the cities that has the worst quality of air. Number 1. North Korea. Lastly, at number 1, we have North Korea. For decades, North Korea remained a bit of a mystery to the outside world. And although in the past years the country has opened its airports to receive tourists from around the world, it's still pretty risky to go there. Curious visitors that want to visit the isolated country have to know and follow strict rules. For example, calling the country the Democratic People's Republic of Korea instead of North Korea, or not bringing your phone. By breaking one of its many rules, you'll face harsh consequences that will put your life in danger. Did you enjoy our video? Which other places do you think we should include on the list, and why? Feel free to share your thoughts with us in the comment section below. If you enjoyed our video, kindly subscribe to our channel, give us a like, share the video, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell for timely updates of our new videos.